Oh, you are totally gonna make her die for you, huh? You're 100% gonna have this little girl die for you at some point. Talk about foreshadowing. You know, I guess I was wrong about who had the death flag this whole time, huh? At the end of the day, Xylo's hatred for kids in this world is really starting to feel justified. Fuck them kids, abortions for all, am I right? How do you show this scene to someone who's not watching Sentenced to Be a Hero and have them convinced that actually these are all like badasses? I see the show and I don't even think I want to believe it. I really tried to help you guys. I really tried to give you guys peaceful ends. Sadly, the terrorists are truly here now. Vigilante justice is death by boom boom. That is, yep, that's deeply unfortunate for you guys. There's a reason why our boy said, oh, fuck. Wow, she actually got a head pat. I think we're at the stage where she legitimately will get head pats every time she murders people. Which is a wild statement to make, but here we are, you know? Oh my god, what the fuck is this? What does the fox say? Down. Just taps him on the nose. Okay, a little more than a tap on the nose. My bad. Ooh, Xylo already had his way with these kids, huh? You know what's crazy about Sentenced to Be a Hero? Well, one, people keep forgetting that Tatsuya is rumored to be summoned by a goddess from another world, which then in return makes this an Isekai. But two, they didn't just double down on the child abuse, they quadrupled down this week. It's one thing to make the argument. I thought it was kind of funny and humorous that Xylo and company were kicking and beating the kids because, well, they were trying to kill, and they did pull their punches, not like they stabbed the kids and stuff. But throughout this episode, Xylo dead ass just is like, man, those kids were fucking creepy. It almost felt like he was reminiscing about better times when he got to hit those kids. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, with the state of the world we're in, maybe this is the answer. The way this man is so crazy. I think he dead ass, if left unshot. I think if he had his Tatsuya moment, if he ever loses his mind enough, you're gonna have to keep him away from school grounds. Not because of nefarious reasons like you're expecting, but nefarious reasons because he might actually kill them. Jesus Christ. But one thing I gotta quickly say, if this show keeps it up, man, if the visual qualities of this series remain as good as it is, how consistent it is, the lighting, the expressions, and everything, it's going to be hard watching anime that's average in quality. Now, will I actually feel that way past, like, a couple weeks? No. I'll be able to adjust. But the quality of this show is goddamn remarkable, and it's seriously raising the bar in ways I didn't even think possible. Now, you know what to do, though. You got this far in the video. Make sure you drop a like, show your support, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already, and Patreon for live reactions and exclusives. Do live over there, so do consider supporting if you enjoy my work. It helps out a lot and makes it all possible over here. This is probably the series with some of my favorite creature designs. Like, if I was to make a top 10, if I really sat down, went from 2016 to, I'm going to say 2015 to 2026, just because we only have a few months of 2026 to work with, that decade, and I made a top, I feel like Sentenced to Be a Hero would be in the list for creature designs. I am a fucking whore for the way they detail stuff. Whether it's the big bosses like these that we fight that are trolls, I think they called them. It's the color palette that I think really does it. By having this like neon color palette where it's like greens and purples and pinks and reds on a normal-ish monster design, it allows for it to just pop in such a grotesque way. But it's not even just these like really cool, like, damn, I wish I was playing a Sentenced to Be a Hero video game right now and I could fight this thing, right? It's also just the general creatures, because we know this is almost like an infection that infects the world. So a lot of these are based on real things in the world, so a fox, a bear, a goat, whatever, and then it gets mutated into the abominations we see, right? And there's quite a bit of variety, like some doesn't look like it belongs on Earth and then other pieces do. It's just so cool what they did with the visual design, and honestly, it's such a simple thing at face value. You think, well, surely there's a lot of anime that have done similar things, and sure, there is a lot of different series, whether even outside of anime, that have corrupted real plant life and animals and the like, but I haven't seen it done quite like this. And it's hard to put into exact words, but the more you dive into just the smaller details, the almost plant-like, insect-like legs here, it's a very creepy thing. And I think it has some of the coolest designs for creatures I've ever seen, if I'm being 100% real. Now, I think one of the funniest moments that might go overlooked is the way that our boy Xylo sighed to himself. He really felt to me like he was trying to give the bozos an opportunity to just leave, turn themselves in, because as soon as his posse rolls up, The way he's just like, fuck. Yeah, I can't help you guys anymore. Because, I mean, it's bad enough when you have Tatsuya, who's just a goddamn killing machine. Like, you got a king throwing down bombs. You got a crazy goddess who wants head pats and will blow up the world for a singular head pat. I mean, you got a potential dragon fight. It's a whole can of worms in the posse, right? So, I mean, it's understandable why you was that upset. The thing is during our interrogation scene, this man drops a name. And that name to our girl is, it kind of did something that she's very concerned about. We don't get to see why, though I'm sure that will be sort of revealed in the next few episodes before the season wraps up. But bro basically is trying to save his skin, trying to get back. I mean, at the start of the episode, I thought surely bro was going to have little sister die for him or something. Boy, was my face red when I realized the actual implications of the intro scene. Because the big bad Spriggan decides to take over sister's body and brutally stab him, and I'm like, oh, okay, sure. Like, what's crazy is I saw this coming a mile away, but the reveal of why it happened and how it happened was so insane. And I think it was really crazy seeing the actual final shot through the shadows on the, you know, the fire's crackling in the background, getting to see the shadows like this. Like, it's so brutal watching it all take place. Like, it's just crazy, man. I was not expecting that at all. Like, the show doesn't just hide its gore like this, but sometimes by hiding gore, it makes it more brutal than if you're physically seeing the chunks rain around. Like, in this episode, there's literally chunks of bodies falling. So it's not like in this episode they hid all of this, but in this moment, I feel like it's more brutal seeing it like this. And I think what's crazy is we're expecting this man to be the crazy one with a weird sense of normalcy added in. The fact that he asked this little child, can I bury bro? And she's like, fuck no. He's like, my bad. I just really wanted to respect his dead body because he did buy me the book. That's such an interesting piece of characterization for such a psycho group. What the fuck is happening here? I don't know. And I'm generally interested how they're going to end this first season, because it doesn't feel like you're rushing to get to a point where it's like, okay, it's all going to be tied up, open-ended maybe see you again in the future. No, this is something that's going to last a bit here. I think this is probably the show that I'm convinced has the healthiest production schedule. There might have been an episode and a half worth of content out of 9 episodes that wasn't action-dominated focus. Like, is it actually like 7.5 episodes of nonstop action? No. But in terms of directing and planning and structuring, like, that's how much it feels like. And just the fact that I feel like the 2 signature fights that got the most attention were the big battle at the castle the other couple weeks ago, and probably something at the end of this season. The fact that an episode that looked as good as this, I'm convinced was not the priority in this production schedule, and it looked as good as this and is better than the priority episode of a lot of action-dominated shows is insane. We are in a season with Fate Strange Fake, and anyone who tries to tell you the action isn't great in that show is kidding themselves. But I think Sense Be Hero clears it. I think it clears JJK. I think it's a matter of preference of what types of animation and styles you like, but for me, yes, Sense Be Hero is the gold standard of production value, but it's not just a show with good production value, and that's why I watch it. It's the fucking characterization and the way they're taking the concept of a corrupted humanity and a corrupted demon trying to override humanity, and the interpersonal relationships of one of the most fucked up systems of just slowly turning characters hollow like in Dark Souls. So fucking good, and I need about 10 seasons on my desk come next Monday. Let me know your thoughts down below, though. Make sure you drop a like, share, support, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already, and Patreon for live reactions you live over there, and other exclusives like Halo to give those video shoutouts to my patrons, because without them, you wouldn't see these YouTube videos at all. Alright, so today we got Nathia, T, Enrique, Ultimate Troll, Tanver Ramen, Tsukiyomi, Provile, Mika, and we also have Dripla21, so I appreciate the support. Please take care, and have a good one.